yet with the tomatoes. Hey everyone, it's Timah and welcome back to my cooking channel. And today I have something very special for you guys. Well, as usual, I have something very special for you guys. So today I'm going to be cooking up my Spelt seitan non-chicken along with some baby kale, and then I'm going to have some quinoa also on the side. And at the end of this video, make sure that you get to the end of the video because I have a special offer that I'm going to be getting for you. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to be putting together, you're going to need to put together your spelt gluten. And if you need to know how to make that, I did do a video on that, on how to make spelt gluten. And I will have the link right down inside of the video description box. Now I did make a few changes to this one because I wanted this to have like a real firm texture to it for making this spelt seitan chicken non-meat right here. So I used maybe about 2 cups of spelt flour with maybe about 3/4 cups of water just to get it real packed down. And now once you get that spelt seitan made up, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna use your food processor, and you're gonna put your chickpea flour inside of that along with your spelt seitan, and then these ingredients that I'm about to go over for you. You're gonna need some onion. You're gonna need some onion powder, the agave nectar. You'll also need some black walnut oil, or just use whatever oil. You don't have to use black walnut oil. You can use avocado oil. Some sea salt. I used to grind those and I'll just grind them down. You're gonna need your hemp seeds, and you'll also be using your raw sesame seeds. It's gonna be blended in using about 3/4 to 1 cup of your chickpea water. And you're also gonna need your sea moss. This is sea moss as well. I'm doing something kind of special with that sea moss. That's why it looks different than the sea moss. This is my mushroom powder. So I use several types of mushrooms for my mushroom powder. And now we're gonna get this all blended in. Just gonna throw this all into my blender and let it blend all down. Alright, so here's my sauce. I'm going to take this top off of here so that you can see this. And this is what the sauce looks like. It's real nice and creamy like. And so you're going to put your spelt gluten right inside of your processor along with your chickpea, and you're gonna put in like half of this, and you're gonna blend that down, and then we're going to the next steps. Now that we have our spelt gluten, now that we have our spelt gluten all made up and seasoned, now I'm just rolling it a little bit more. I just want to just put it into like a little bit of a shape. I don't really want a log for this. I'm going to make it kind of flat. Turn it over flat just a little, not too flat. So I'm just going to take my roller pin just to help me flatten this out a little bit more. We're going to cut up a few pieces of our spelt seitan
Just cut out a few. I'm not gonna cut like the entire thing up. Plus, this blade is gone dull. And I'm gonna use the remainder of this for something else. This blade is so dull. Oh my gosh.
So I'm just gonna finish up the rest of these. But you see what we're doing? Just cutting them. So I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna put them all inside of the boil water. You're gonna use the same seasons for your Now into the pot for your boil, you're gonna use the same dry seasons that you put in to your spelt meat as you were getting that blended up. And you want to bring your water into a nice good rolling boil, and before you put your meat in, you're going to turn it down to a real nice simmer, and then you're going to put your mock non-chicken or chick naan right over inside of that, and you're going to let it stay on the eye for maybe about an hour and a half or so, and you're going to continuously check this out, and maybe about every 20 minutes just go and check on it just to make sure that it's still at a real nice simmer. If you have to, then just flip them over so that you can get both sides cooked down inside of this broth. Now I have them each inside of my boil water. You see some of the spices all up around on the edges. So I'll just try to get that down off of the edges. Alright, now here's our mock chicken taken out of the oven. And you see how nice and flexible they are. Now, and so we have some broth that's over there. And so this is, you don't stop here. So you want to use, you're going to use that the broth that your meat was boiled all in. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to take some tomatoes, because we're going to make a sauce, and we're going to just remove all of the seeds, and we're going to cook this down inside of the broth, and then we're going to blend this up. First off, I added more water to my broth, and then I put in my my tomatoes, and I'm going to let this boil. Alright, so now we're going to start getting the sauce together. So I have my blender cup here, and I'm just going to go over to the oven because it's already boiled. My sauce is boiled down with the tomatoes. So now I just want to put that nice, tasty, yummy smelling broth right into my cup along with those tomatoes. And we're going to get those blended down. I just like for my sauce to be as smooth. I just like for my sauce to be as smooth as possible. So that's why I have absolutely no seeds when I make any of my sauces, and I remove the skins. There we go. So now I'm about to take it all and get a nice little blended with this, and we're gonna blend this up until it's completely smooth. And you might want to, like I said, taste it. Enough agave has been put inside of this, and it was already seasoned up because this was the broth that our mock chicken was prepared in. So let's go and with it. This would be the point where if there were any other special ingredients that you love to taste inside of any of your sauces, this would be the point where you put that in right now as we're going to have this blended up. So, I'm going to get this on here, and it's going to get blended up as smoothly as possible. Now let's get this open and see what it's going to look like. And taste like, and smell like. Oh, that smells so nice, guys. Woo! Okay, so what we're about to do now, I have my parchment paper. So I have it all down on my tray here. Now we're just going to get all of our pieces of our chicken and put them right here. Okay, so I have my chicken pieces, and we're going to put them all down onto our baking tray. And we're going to take our sauce, and I'm going to put this on both sides. Now you're going to make your sauce as tangy or as sweet or as spicy as you want it. So just remember, you have to taste as you go. Now here's something you can do to fool your family and some of your friends, right? Because these chicken little cutlets, really, these non-chicken cutlets, they're really good for grilling. So once you get your sauce on them, I'm gonna put just a little bit more sauce on these. And once you get your sauce on these, you're gonna put them over into the grill. Oh, you hear that? You hear that nice sizzle? So we're gonna get these on here. And this is prior to us putting them inside of the oven. Let me flip them over. I put them down on the wrong side. Oh, whoops. So they're gonna be left on the sauce side for maybe about two minutes to get the grill lines on them. All right, now let's just see what they look like with the grill marks. Let's just turn them over. They're not as deep as I want them, so we're just gonna leave them on just a little while longer. Oh no, that one's fine. So we're gonna leave that one turned over. And oh yeah, that one's good. We're gonna leave it turned over. And that one's pretty decent too. But I'm gonna flip this one back because I have to now put my sauce on them because that side is really good. Just turn it out a little bit more. There we go. Let's get that sauce on there. Ooh, I'm plapping sauce. That sauce all on me. It tastes so good though. Alright, so now that I've got the sauce put on the opposite side, now I'll go ahead and I'll flip this over. There we go.
Mmm, yummy.
Yeah. But I'm gonna cut these onions up, and I am so not a chef, and I'm gonna make some baby kale greens to go along with this. So I have my baby kale greens sitting here too, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give these a real nice chopping. Just make them a little bit smaller. I'm gonna put all of these onions right over into my skillet, and I'm just gonna cook them down until they're a bit translucent. Right, so I'm just gonna get my fresh ginger, just dice up a little bit, and just, I do not have knife skills. One day I will, maybe. It's not that important to me. I'm not gonna cut off one of my fingers. I'm gonna get this put over there in the skillet with the onions. This is some of my chickpea water, and I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons of this right over into my kale greens. But I'm just gonna put maybe about 2 tablespoons of my chickpea water right over into that. And it just gives it another oomph to the flavor with the onions and with the ginger. And then I'm gonna put like a dash of sea salt inside of it, maybe a little bit of cayenne pepper for that little kick. That's going to be about it. And then I'm going to have everything ready. Alright, so my spelt chicken seitans are ready. I also put together a little bit of quinoa, and also my greens are ready. So let's get it all plated. Now these cutlets, they set up really nice. I'm just going to put a little bit more of the sauce right over them. And I'm just about done. These are really good. You can use them in sandwiches. You can cut them up, use them in salads, use them in tacos. Use them however you want to use them. And I am just about done here. So I'm just going to put a little bit more of the sauce.
Oh, yeah.
So I am done, and this is absolutely looking delicious. And I'm going to tear into this. This is just wonderful.
That is so delicious. And that is really good. That is really good. All right. And the recipe for this will be inside of my new book that's coming out. And as my giveaway, I'll be giving away 2 copies of my new cookbook that's coming out, as well as 2 copies of my current cookbook, Ancestral Roots, Herbs, and Spices, along with my seaweed, my kelp mushrooms, seaweed seasoning. I'll be giving that away as well too. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little notification that's down there on the screen so you can get all of my updates for my upcoming videos. And this is so good. Oh yeah.
And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel by clicking here where it says subscribe. And then right next to it, you want to click the little bell, because that gives you the notifications for whenever I'm going to have an awesome new video. You're going to put the check inside of the box for send me all notifications for this channel. And then you go ahead and click on the save, so you save those notifications. And after all that, make sure that you don't leave the video without giving it a thumbs up. So click I like this, give it a thumbs up, and make sure that you leave me a positive, constructive criticism in the comment section.